Brad Pitt was cheesy and flopped in this Oscar-winning movie, but his BTS financial contribution was extremely crucial. Brad Pitt's performance in 12 Years a Slave felt out of place, but behind the scenes, he was a key player in getting the film made and distributed. Brad Pitt is a man of many talents, a Hollywood heartthrob, an Academy Award winner, and a producer extraordinaire. He's given us legendary performances in Fight Club, Inglourious Bastard, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But for all his cinematic triumphs, there's one role that left fans scratching their heads and asking, "Wait, what was that?" Sometimes, even the biggest stars can stumble, and Pitt's appearance in 12 Years a Slave is a prime example of an actor missing the mark but still making a game-changing impact behind the scenes. Pitt's career has been nothing short of iconic. Whether he's smashing skulls with a baseball bat as Aldo Raine or charming audiences as the smooth con artist Rusty Ryan, he's got the kind of charisma that makes people line up at the box office. But no matter how big a star you are, there are moments when even Hollywood's finest stick out like a sore thumb. And in 12 Years a Slave, Pitt's presence wasn't just a sore thumb, it was an entirely misplaced hand. Brad Pitt's cameo that left everyone confused. Let's get one thing straight. 12 Years a Slave is a powerful, gut-wrenching masterpiece. It deserved every ounce of its Oscar glory. Steve McQueen's unflinching direction, coupled with the gripping performances from Chiwetel Ejiofor, Lupita Nyong'o, and Michael Fassbender, made for one of the most harrowing cinematic experiences of the decade. The film doesn't pull any punches, it immerses you fully in the brutality of history. And then, Brad Pitt shows up. Playing Samuel Bass, a Canadian abolitionist, Pitt delivers a performance that feels oddly out of place. He isn't necessarily bad, after all. The man has acting chops, but there's something off about his presence. It's as if he wandered onto the set of a harrowing period drama while still in Legends of the Fall mode. His lines are delivered with a forced earnestness that makes it difficult to stay immersed in the film's otherwise gripping atmosphere. Fans on Reddit didn't hold back, with one user hilariously comparing Pitt's performance to Mr. Bean playing Oscar Schindler.
Ouch.
Others lamented that his scenes took them out of the experience, making what should have been an emotional moment feel unintentionally awkward. If 12 Years a Slave was a perfectly composed symphony, Brad Pitt's scenes were like an electric guitar solo in the middle of a classical performance, jarring, unexpected, and maybe just a little too much. Brad Pitt was the man behind the budget. But before we grab our metaphorical torches and pitchforks, let's talk about the real reason Brad Pitt was in the film in the first place. Without him, this movie might not have even happened. That's right. While his on-screen performance may have left audiences cringing, his off-screen role as a producer was nothing short of vital. Pitt wasn't just a random A-lister who decided to pop into an Oscar-winning film for the fun of it. He was one of the driving forces behind 12 Years a Slave getting the budget and exposure it needed. Hollywood is a tricky business, and getting funding for a hard-hitting, brutally honest historical drama isn't easy. Enter Brad Pitt. His name alone helped secure financial backing and widespread distribution. Essentially, he was the film's golden ticket. It's a fascinating paradox. Without Brad Pitt, the film might not have had the resources to reach the heights it did, yet his on-screen presence remains one of its biggest criticisms. If you've ever worked on a group project where one person wasn't the best at their assigned task but still made sure everything got done, you'll understand exactly what happened here. With a budget of just $22 million, 12 Years a Slave went on to gross over $187 million worldwide, according to IMDb. A remarkable return on investment for a historical drama. It also won 3 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, further solidifying its place in cinematic history. So, was Brad Pitt miscast? Absolutely. His performance was about as subtle as a neon sign in a historical drama. But was he an essential part of 12 Years a Slave? Without a doubt. Sometimes, even when you flop, you still win.